Good afternoon, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Indu. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. We'll just start in another 5 minutes.
No problem. No problem.
Hello, ma'am. There is some internet problem, ma'am, today in the college because of the heavy rains.
Okay, okay, Indu. We'll wait.
It's taking little time.
Even I may come across the same problem here also.
No, there is some leak and the server, everything has crashed.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Fine. I'll wait.
Good afternoon to one and all. This is Megha from 4th Sem.
Okay, Megha, I think we will start with the introduction so that the students will join because madam has other work after her talk. Megha? Megha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, one and all. This is Megha from Food and Biochemistry. I'm here to speak on behalf of Padma Shri Institute of Management and Science. I cordially invite you all to this very interesting and useful sessions about microgreens. I would like to invite Dr. Usha Ravindra, Professor for Food Science and Nutrition, University of Agricultural Sciences, GKVK, and Bangalore. She's working in the field of food science and nutrition with teaching, research, and extension developed food processing technology and entrepreneurship development, published several scientific papers. It's over to you, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Megha. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Topic, will you introduce the topic, Megha, or should I start with the topic? Hello.
Ma'am, you give a proper introduction. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Welcome to the talk. So today, I'll be touching upon microgreens and its nutritional importance. Am I clear, Indu? My voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So microgreens and why so much, concern or the demand for microgreens. Let us understand, a few important aspects about microgreens. So I'll be discussing one by one. First thing is there is a huge demand because of pandemic situation. So just a second. Yeah. So with the global population boom, so there is a high demand as well as a growing demand for more sustainable as well as accessible as well as a nutritious food supply all over the world. So this is creating a lot of demand for newer as well as alternative food sources. And also urban farming is gaining a lot of importance in recent days, especially in the limited area with the limited resources and also with the controlled atmosphere or the environment. So we are coming across now terrace gardening, which is gaining a lot of importance recent days. Then vertical farms or greenhouses, hydroponics as well as aquaponics. So one of our alumni who has his startup as Beagle Agrotech, where this boy with a BSc agriculture background, he has got hydroponics and aquaponics and many more. So because of the meeting demands of the urban population or the, highly knowledgeable consumers, so there is a lot of, changes are happening in agriculture system. Also, these, promotion of these kind of activities is happening both the government sector, NGO sector, even in the private sector also. Then among them is one microgreens. So this is a very new concept now to the society. Hardly it has got a story of around 8 to 10 years. It's so young because these are, micronutrient, malnutrition is a multifaceted issue in the Indian context. If I take in the large scale, if I want to talk, it's developing countries and underdeveloped countries. So to manage micronutrient deficiency, there are different intervention. It may be a fortification, it may be a supplementation, it may be enrichment, it may be genetically modified foods. Among them, one is the dietary diversification. So that is a long-lasting strategy. So everyone are working on that particular aspect now. So that means to say, well-balanced diet is a one thing, okay, which includes all the food groups. That means to say it will have cereals, pulses, whole grains, and roots and tubers, green leafy vegetables, milk products, meat and meat products, as well as a small portion of highly processed products, like it may be a bakery product, it may be a cheese, it may be some pizza, burger and all, but very small portion need to be consumed to make it as a well-balanced diet, and without forgetting the physical fitness or the physical activities are the most important one. So, and along with this, we are not consuming well-balanced diet. And another concern is pandemic situation, which has taught us many lessons. So here, because of pandemic situation, we, realize the foods which are having a lot of health, nutritional aspects in them, or nutrient composition in them. That's how it's making us to search for newer food sources, which are, explored to boost immunity. Especially, people are searching for plant-based alternatives, which, will help in boosting the, immunity and the overall health, and also better nutrition. So in this particular context, if I want to, say that microgreens are one of the best greens or plant sources for not the protein, not the energy, okay, but these are the best sources of essential nutrients like protective foods. So which protects from infections, which protects many disorders, which protects many diseases, which we will be seeing later on. So these micrograins are gaining increasing popularity as a food ingredient. So in the recent years, because of their high nutritional value as well as diverse sensorial characteristics. So this is where, microgreens are gaining a lot of importance. Then let us see what are microgreens. So these are nothing but, and you may ask me, is this microgreen is different from germinated green? So germination is a different thing, which I'll be just taking now. So these are the latest rising food products, which are, a small seedlings of the vegetables, herbs, pulses, cereals, and they will just grow into a 2 cotyledons, just 2 leaves. Okay, with the first day of the true leaf coming up and uprising or moderately extending up to inches tall. That means to say it's not even 1 feet, 2 feet, or half a feet. It just measures in inches. That means to say it is very micro in size. So microgreens are nothing but they're having something like 2 to 3 inch height, and coming to their duration, it is just 1 week to 3 weeks of maximum period. So here we are harvesting the stem, we are harvesting the cotyledons, and also we are harvesting the true leaves. So these are micro in size, and there is a difference between microgreens and baby greens. Microgreens are 2 to 3 inch height, whereas baby greens are 4 to 6 inches in height. And when these microgreens cross 21 days, then it becomes as a baby green. Then we'll have a mature green, that is after 40 days to 60 days of their germination. So some of the common microgreens which now we are getting in the market includes, one is a basil, which is having versatile Ayurvedic properties. Then celery is another one, broccoli, cabbage, mustard, cress seeds, fennel seeds, mint, In the coming slides, I'll be showing different photographs of the microgreens and where to use these microgreens. So definitely, these are the delicacy to be used, and now these are being used in most of the marriage ceremonies for the garnishing and in the most of the star hotels. So these are mainly for the garnishing purpose they are using, but this can be used in the soup preparation, salads, as well as smoothies, and wherever we want to replace the matured greens, or if you don't have a matured greens, so there also we can use the microgreens. Then just have a difference between the sprouts and the microgreens here. So microgreens are not at all, not the sprout grains. Okay. And usually in the sprouting process, we have seen that normally it happens in the chamber of the, germination chamber, or the, malting chamber, it takes place, or else it will happen in the jars or the vessels. Whereas microgreens, usually their development takes place in the open area. And sprouts usually require, rinsing, daily rinsing and moistening of the environment, and limited exposure to light. Whereas in the microgreens, this is a specialty. So they need to be exposed to the sunlight. These are usually grown in the soil-like media. So microgreens require a medium. It can be a tissue paper, it can be a cocoa peat. So it needs a soil-like media for its growth. Okay. And also it needs very good circulation as well as sunshine. So we know because of the sunshine, there will be a photosynthesis. So because of the photosynthesis, there will be an enhancement of the beta carotene. Along with the beta carotene, we also have some amount of fiber, which I'll be taking later on. And along with that, it has got a chlorophyll and many more nutrients. So there is a less risk of pathogens spread in the microgreens compared to the sprouted ones. If you don't wash them, if you don't use them immediately, so there is a chance of getting fungal infection. And here we have to use the tested or certified seeds to grow the microgreens. So here you can see the germinated greens, grains as well as the microgreens. So microgreens is eating the stem as well as the leaves, whereas in case of sprouts, we are eating the root as well as the stem, as well as the cotyledon and the seed hull. That means to say a germinated whole seed we are eating there, but there are no green leaves in the sprouts. So coming to their nutritional aspects, one thing I think probably Madam will, Anuradha Madam will touch upon the micronutrients or phytonutrients in there. So I'll just give a little importance about the phytonutrients. So these are the rich source of phytonutrients. Particularly, they are having a secondary plant metabolites. Okay, and there are studies, good number of studies. Just I have yesterday glanced. There are around 12 studies I have gone through. So these microgreens are having 4 to 6 times more nutrient dense than the matured counterparts. Let us see one by one. Okay, so microgreens are packed with the nutrients, and these are having a great sources of beneficial compounds. Like the first thing is antioxidants. So recent days, because of the COVID, even otherwise also, we are all aware of antioxidants. These are the one which scavenge the free radicals in the body. And not only that, antioxidants reduces the risk of non-communicable diseases, so which I'll be discussing later on. So antioxidants, one is scavenging. Second thing is mitigating the production of antioxidant, free radicals in the body. And also it boosts our immunity. It enhances the skin luster and so many factors. Similarly, microgreens are the good source of vitamins and minerals, and they have a wide range of polyphenols than when we compared with the mature greens. So then most of the microgreens, as per the studies, whichever I have gone through, are the good sources of potassium, which we need it for our heart health. Then they are the very good source of iron, which is needed to transfer oxygen to the different organs of the body. And it also reduces the incidence of iron deficiency anemia. And microgreens are also the good source of zinc. We know zinc is a one important nutrient which helps in the absorption of carbohydrates. You may ask me how it is, because it helps in the production of insulin from the pancreas. Okay, so proper and exact amount of insulin production at a when we have consumed the food, it plays a very important role. And also zinc plays important role in preventing the diarrhea in case of infants and children, preschoolers. And then another one is magnesium and the copper. So more than this, another important nutrient which I have missed here is selenium. So selenium is required for reproductive health. So in recent days, we are coming up across with a young couple, maybe in the corporate world, having a limited time for physical exercise and the lack of diversity in the diet, and difficult time to clean the greens. So they are avoiding most of the, buying my green leafy vegetables. That's how they are, themselves avoiding the good nutrients from the green leafy vegetables. For them, this is one of the best option, because we are harvesting the complete plant here. So this is the, having a good amount of selenium. Why then? This selenium is essential for vitamin E to act in the body. So vitamin E is essential for one thing is we are all concerned about the skin health. For the skin health, more than that, vitamin E is essential for reproductive health. So it decides the gene, transcription. It decides the fetus growth. It decides the, along with the vitamin A, it decides the ovaries as well as the sperm health and so many things. That's why microgreens are the one of the best sources to have a selenium. And also another aspect I want to tell you here is vitamin B12. So we Indians, it's not actually diagnosed in most of the parts of the country, but most of us are suffering with vitamin B12 because of the problem in the intrinsic factor. So there also microgreens are having a small amount of vitamin B12. This is the recent development in the microgreens research. So nutrient levels in the microgreens can be up to 9 times greater than those who are found in the mature greens. But even the vitamins as well as the antioxidant levels, measured in microgreens were up to 40 times higher than those of recorded for the mature leaves. That's what it's a still a lot of research need to be done in this particular area to quantify the nutrients. So in the microgreens, and also it goes with the medium whichever we are using and whatever quality of water we are putting. So that also decides the nutritional composition of the microgreens. Here we can see, microgreens, it's a good source of ascorbic acid, that's a vitamin C. That is also a strongest antioxidant. And I will tell you here is microgreens are the one of the best sources of vitamin C. Why vitamin C is so important? Vitamin C is a strong antioxidant, a natural antioxidant, which is present in citrus fruits, germinated pulses or the greens. And microgreens are having a very good amount of vitamin C compared to all these. Okay, that's the one thing. Second thing is this ascorbic acid is essential for absorption of minerals. And most importantly, for example, we have a green leafy vegetables. They are the sources of iron. So this iron needs to be absorbed by the body. This iron needs to be absorbed by the body. So for this absorption, we need a vitamin C. So in that way also microgreens are one of the best sources of vitamin C. And coming to the another important nutrient, they're packed with the nutrient like beta carotene. We know plant sources doesn't have active form of vitamin A, that is retinol, but we have in the plants beta carotene. So it is present in green leafy vegetables as well as orange, red color fruits and vegetables. That is the reason we should have a colorful fruits and vegetable in our meal. So microgreens are having very good amount of beta carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, then viloxanthins. These concentration range from somewhere 0.6 to 12.1 mg per 100 gram of fresh microgreens. Not only that, already I told you they have a active form of vitamin E, that is tocopherol, alpha as well as a beta tocopherol. So which range from 4.9 to 87.4 as well, that is tocopherol. And in some grains, microgreens, beta tocopherol ranges from 3 to 39.4 mg per 100 gram respectively. So they are the very good source of vitamin E, selenium. So I'll tell you one more thing here is vitamin E cannot act in the absence of selenium, but selenium will work as a strong antioxidant in the absence of vitamin E. That means to say vitamin E is dependent on the selenium. So these are the microgreens, again the good source of not only vitamin E, also the source of selenium. This is a very recent paper which I have read in the LCO journal. Then coming to the one example I want to give you here is lettuce, greens or the seedlings. So after 7 days of germination, they contain the highest amount of phenolic compounds and antioxidant capacity in comparison with the older leaves. Coming to the phenolic compounds, probably Anuradha madam will touch upon this in a greater extent. But these are also the strong antioxidants again. So coming to the concentration of nutrients in microgreens, we can see here vitamin C. It needs, it meets the more than 100% of the requirement. Recommended dietary allowances for vitamin C, 100 grams of microgreens will meet. Then coming to the vitamin A, so they meet if you consume just 100 grams of microgreens in the form of, it may be soup, it may be salad, it may be any preparation. So you'll be meeting at least 50% of the vitamin A requirement through this. Then another most important nutrient which we all need is folic acid. Particularly, it's very important for pregnant women. So because when we suffer with the folic acid deficiency, so our blood cells will be in a megaloblastic anemia. It is called as megaloblastic anemia. So bigger size and irregular size blood RBCs will be seen. That's why folic acid plays a very important role. So green leafy vegetables are also good source of folic acid. So then calories, they are very, very low in calories. So even for weight management, we can easily recommend, we can easily consume microgreens. So these are not only the immune boosters, not only the antioxidant rich, not only vitamin C rich, also they are very, very low in calories. Then coming to protein, already I told you that having small amount of protein, then very, very less amount of carbohydrate. So people are now going for keto diet. So they can consume at least 1 cup, at least 50 grams of microgreen a day, which will meet most of the nutrients which we are losing in the keto diet, which we are not getting through the keto diet. Okay. Then fat, again, it's a very good weight management strategy, I'm telling you, because they hardly have fat content in them. Then good source of fiber. At the same time, they're not a good source of sodium. So sodium is a one botheration for most of us because of the hypertension one side and non-communicable diseases another side. So these are the important nutrients which are present in the microgreens. Here we can see the comparison between the matured as well as the microgreens. From another study I have taken here, you can see the iron content. So they're not less, you can take the fenugreek seeds, you can take the rocket seeds or broccoli. And some of the nutrients, they are comparable and they're having more than other matured greens. They are good sources of iron, calcium, copper, magnesium, manganese, zinc, molybdenum, and all. So you can see their concentration. For example, magnesium, it is having almost 50% of the matured greens. So I want to tell you here is to get a matured greens, we have to wait at least 30 to 45 days minimum if it is in case of fenugreek, but other greens will take still longer time. So that way also microgreens require less time, less space, less external inputs, but they will give you excellent nutritionally rich product. Then you can let us have the one another nutrients or the big number of nutrients or phytochemicals now, because phytochemical is a one buzzword all over the world, because these phytochemicals are the one which prevents the non-communicable diseases, even the obesity, even the cancer incidences, hypertensive issues, heart health, lung health, including the liver and kidney health. That's why phytochemicals are playing a very important role in recent days. So, for example, they have got I just want to highlight a few of the important things. One is phylloquinone. They're having more than 10 times higher quantity of phylloquinones, beta carotene, as well as anthocyanin. Then even total ascorbic acid is almost 5 to 6 times more than the mature greens. So these are the references you can see from whom I have taken the data. Then broccoli, again, it's a very good source. Then arugula, another green leafy vegetable. Then coming to the cabbage, amaranth, cilantro, that is coriander leaves, and radish leaves. Let us have one comparison here. So ascorbic acid is around 70, milligram, when compared to the mature one is having around 15 mg. Same way, even in the red cabbage also it is 130. In case of amaranth, it is 40. Then coriander leaves, it is 140 against the matured one, which is having 57 mg per 100 gram. Same way, even the tocopherol as well as phylloquinone, you can notice here. Then coming to the another important aspect, yeah, we know it is having all the nutrients, particularly protective nutrients like vitamins and minerals. So microgreens are low in calories, low in carbohydrate, a small amount of protein they're having, and also the fiber, which is soluble fiber, which is a very good fiber which we need. Then it may be having all these things, but when the product doesn't have a sensorily acceptable qualities, then issues arises. But coming to these microgreens, that is little different here. So their consumption is on the rise because of their culinary aspects. And these are naturally having higher nutritional value, which we have seen in the previous tables now, as well as their sensory attributes, such as their intense flavor, okay, and intense color, tender texture, as well as another thing what I want to tell you is vibrant colors. So these are enhancing the appeal of the microgreens and their lusters, their delicacy. Okay, so nutrient as well as phytochemical contents, which have a great contribution to these for the color, for the smell, as well as the taste of the microgreens, though these vary greatly among the different types of microgreens. It depends what type of seeds we are sowing, what sowing bed we are using. It may be cloth, it may be tissue paper, it may be coco peat. Okay, so therefore sensory evaluation of these individual attributes, whatever we like, flavor, it may be texture, even the taste, which are not usually comparable among the species. That means to say we can't compare among each of the microgreens. Each one is unique. We can only give overall liking or overall acceptability of the microgreens. And another thing I want to tell you here is, friends, they are not bitter. They are very, very mild in taste. So bitterness and aftertaste comes only in the matured grains. One thing. Second thing is, these microgreens are devoid of pesticides, devoid of chemicals, devoid of chemical fertilizers. Even it needs just watering. Okay, that way also these flavor components are very, very high in microgreens when compared to matured greens. So then coming to the other aspects like functional properties of microgreens, we can, if you want to say, these are basically functional in nature. So they involved in the body function. For example, recent study, what I have seen, it reduces the incidences of, like a plaque, sedimentation of the plaques in the arteries, which is being reduced in one of the study I have, just gone through. So that way it is involved in the functioning of taking out the bad cholesterol because of the fiber, because of the antioxidant property. Then also there are epidemiological studies on brassica family, that is the brassica vegetable, that shows that protective effect of brassica against the cancer due to hydrolysis products of the glycosilates. So microgreens are having good amount of glycosilates. Currently, there is a demand for these products, which is growing briskly, and consumption is increasing, particularly because of their characteristics, like, I told you, vibrant colors. And second thing is, their flavor. Third one is their bioactive substances. Fourth one is vitamin C, vitamin A, zinc, selenium, B12, very importantly, and vitamin E. So these are the things making these microgreens as a functional foods, phytofoods, superfoods. I can say these are the superfoods. Here we can see the small difference here. Red cabbage as well as a cilantro. This is from another study. So vitamin E content, it's 40:1. Microgreens, if they're having 40 mg of vitamin E, so matured one will have only 1 mg. Whereas vitamin C, it is 6:1. And beta carotene is again 4:1. Then why are we not growing this? And before going to that, coming to its nutritional as well as the health benefits. So after harvesting these, there is a delicate issue arises here, because we need a proper packaging, proper storage. Then how long we can store them? It's hardly, maximum of 4 to 5 days we can store them, because the storage conditions as well as the packaging will influence the nutrient retention in the microgreens. So there are in vitro and in vivo studies which are being studied on microgreens, which are mainly given the results that they have got an anti-inflammatory effect. They have anti-cancer property. These microgreens are having antibacterial as well as hyperglycemic properties. So because of these health benefits, microgreens becoming a new functional food which is beneficial to human health. So if you want to just list out the antioxidants, it's carotenoids, phenolic compounds, vitamin C, and also some of the minerals which are present in the microgreens. They scavenge free radicals, protect us against the diseases that are induced by high oxidative stress. So here I have just made one list of microgreens benefits on these aspects, like heart disease, Alzheimer's, because in Indian situation now, slowly there is a rise in the Alzheimer's disease or forgetfulness, in a simpler word, I want to say, then diabetes, then gut microbiota. So this is another problem where almost all the Indian population are suffering with one or the other GI tract, related infections or the, incidences or the problems. And it's having a very good anti-cancer effect. Let us see one by one. So microgreens are having, already I told you, they have a property in enhancing the good cholesterol, while they have the property of lowering the risk of heart disease. So there are a number of animal studies which have showed that they reduce the LDL levels. Similar way, it is a very good green microgreen having antioxidant foods, which includes the high amounts of polyphenols. So it is linked to the lower risk of Alzheimer's. Similar way, diabetes, it reduces the cellular uptake of the sugar. That is the most important aspect regarding the microgreens, particularly fenugreek microgreens. Then cancer, because of the antioxidant property as well as the polyphenols. Okay. Then production, I think other person may be touching upon the microgreen production, but it is only require good quality seeds, good amount of water, bed, as well as the sunlight. Okay. So now we are having this commercially available. Then, there are different containers are available now. Without forgetting, we should sprinkle good amount of water, and we have to check the trays, whatever trays we are using for growing the microgreens, regularly. Then here in this picture, you can see all lovely microgreens. So we can sell, we can buy microgreens with these containers itself. There is one guy in Jayanagar, my own entrepreneur. He is producing microgreen on commercial scale and he's supplying to star hotels. Okay. And coming to the one, we know it's a very good, having very good nutritional properties and health benefits and all. Let us know the negative aspects of these microgreens also. So one thing is, risk of poisoning if they are contaminated or having a fungal infection, bacterial infection due to water, or the seeds which are having fungal infection in them. Okay, that is but very small concern for this one. So we have to buy very good seeds and fertilizer. If at all you want to buy vermicompost is, or the your own compost, whatever you want to make, that is the best one. Then single-use growing mats can be used, to grow very good quality microgreens. So coming to their storage, I told you 5 to 6 days in the storage temperature of 2 to 5 degrees Celsius with the humidity of 90 to 100. That's most important here. So these are the limitations. They are highly perishable in nature and fragile in texture. Shelf life is only limited to 5 to 10 days. That's why we have to be consumed within the given period. And if it is more than 10 days, it's better to discard that microgreen. And there will be a change in the color, flavor, texture. Okay. Similarly, loss of nutritional quality, also particularly vitamin C. Okay. So it's better to throw such microgreen if it is older than that. And it's always better to have a fresh microgreen than the stored one. Then let us go for individual microgreens rather than the combination of things. Okay, so individual is always better. And shelf life of the blend of microgreens such as beetroot, broccoli, kale, radish, it all depends, because they have a components whatever they are having. That's why it's always better to have a individual microgreens. Then marketing can be done in different ways. It can be door to door, it can be B2C, it can be B2B, so it depends. Therefore, microgreens contain higher amount of vitamins, minerals, polyphenols rather than the protein, carbohydrates and other things. And they contain 4 to 6 times greater protective nutrients than their mature counterparts, and have been associated with improved heart health, decreased risk of chronic diseases. So these tiny greens can be grown just about anywhere year round and can be added to a wide array of dishes, making them an excellent dietary alternative. So with this, I just want to conclude that microgreens now they appear like an excellent source of micronutrients, protective foods, and low in calories, low in sugars, and we have got high amount of bioactive compounds. So based on this, their chemical composition, we can make a combination of dishes. We can recommend these to people who are suffering with non-communicable diseases, and also it can be consumed by almost all the individuals above the age of 5 years. Okay. And but one thing is, when we want to do it in a greater scale or larger scale for commercial venture, then we should have a testing and validation of microgreens health benefits. It's still going on. And we have to determine the bioactive compounds in the microgreens and mechanism of action of microgreens in the body, particularly in the cellular pathway, how they act. Though we have a limited information, but still there is a huge scope to explore these aspects. So with this, I just stop here. If you have any questions, so you can ask. Before that, I would like to thank Principal Dr. Anuradha Madam and Padma Shri Institute of Management for giving me an opportunity to share a few thoughts about the microgreens packed with nutrients. Thank you one and all. Now it's open for question and answer.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for
It was a really wonderful
Anybody, any questions? Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Useful. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. G. Dhanalakshmi, a student
Yeah.
Department of PIMS. He has completed MSc with PhD in biochemistry. Her expertise is clinical biochemistry, pharmacology, and medicinal chemistry. Her teaching research experience is 11 years. She was working by she cleared certificate course in cell culture technology, bioinformatics, proteomics, and immunology. She guided five scholars and 20 postgraduate students. She published work in more than 30 international journals. She have a membership in ISRD, AICTD, and Healthcare and Biological Science Research Association. It's over to you, ma'am. You can continue.
Thank you, Megha, for your wonderful introduction. Thank you, Usha ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Can you able to see the screen? Yeah. Very good afternoon to all. Now, from that Usha ma'am speak, everyone know about that. What is microgreen? What is the important also? Okay. So simply microgreen, it is like a compact of all the nutrients. Okay, so even minerals, vitamins, then antioxidant, it is rich. So that is why everybody thought about the microgreen. Especially after the pandemic, COVID pandemic, we have that important for microgreens. Okay.
Ma'am, you make it a slideshow, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Shall I continue, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So already Usha ma'am gave that wide introductions regarding the microgreens. So everybody is known about that. What is micro? Okay. Usually we know about that micro in the sense small. Okay. So first two leaves, that is cotyledons, it is called as a microgreens. Ma'am, slide is not changing. Indu ma'am?
Restart, yeah. Now it changed.
Okay. So that it is a thing. Before starting, today we want to go about that, how to cultivate, how to grow the microgreens. Okay. Before start the any work, we supposed to ask the questions, why we want, how we want. Okay. So that is a question we supposed to raise about that. Okay. So already we know about that, what are microgreens. Now we want to know about that, why microgreens. Already Usha ma'am give the detailed explanations. The microgreens are rich in phytochemicals, nutrients, vitamins, everything. Okay. So I not go again these chapters. So simply we want to tell about that it can easily grow that. Okay, you can easily grow that. That is cultivate. It's simple requirement you need, then less cost also. Okay, only if you want to purchase the seeds, that it will be the costable. Apart from that, it is very, very simple thing for the cultivation purposes. Okay, so that is why it is easy to cultivate your microgreens. Next, I'm going with that benefits of microgreens. First, almost ma'am will tell about that microgreens have that comparatively to the matured counterparts, it will be more than nutrients. Yeah, it is true, because young ones, it is more energetic than the older one, always, obviously, you know that. Okay. So another thing, it is it will be giving the flavor. You know about that. In our olden days, almost in our Indian, South Indian food, we are using that for flavoring purposes. We are adding the coriander, mint. basis, right? So these are all the things. It is a idea for getting the microgreens. Okay. So then microgreens, it is rich in vitamins. Already what we discussed in the previous session also. Yeah, that is why it will be considered as a good antioxidants. Okay. In the COVID pandemic, we can tell about that we can consume more nutrients, nutritious food. In that way, we supposed to thank about that COVID pandemic, because everybody's turned to back to the consume the nutritious food, right? So on that time only we thought about that how to cultivate the microgreens, because it will be having the very rich amount of nutrients like antioxidants, like zinc, magnesium. These are all the things. It is very, very important for your immune system. Okay. So even not even these things, even beta carotenes also rich. Okay. So I hope you people are known about that. What is the role of beta carotenes, right? So in that case, these are all the importance of microgreen benefits. I'm moving to the next slide. So next, I'm coming with that microgreen health benefits. Already ma'am also told about that. Nowadays, those who are planning to go with weight loss, it is a better choice. It is a very good choice. It is your microgreens. Why? How means it is having a very less amount of carbohydrate. Okay, microgreens having the less amount of carbohydrate. That is the one thing. Another important thing, it is a good source of fiber. That is also fiber. It is a two category, soluble, insoluble. Okay, it is having the soluble category of the fiber also. Okay, then it will be try to reduce your cholesterol level also. I hope you know that the cholesterol, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. Okay, it will be reduced to try to reducing the cholesterol levels also. Everybody is known about that. In that pandemic, we have that after receiving the vaccines or those who are receiving COVID infections. So many comments it will become like that you having the thrombosis process. That is a thrombosis in the sense blood clotting or deposition of blood in that blood vessels. Okay, that it will be reduced because of these nutrients. Okay, that it will be helpful for the microgreens. That is one of the important thing. Then many important thing, it is a anti-aging. Nowadays so many beauty products also they are using, because they are soluble fibers they are separating, try to utilizing in the beauty products also. Then it will be helpful for the immune system. Already I told it will be having the zinc, then magnesium, potassium, sodium, these divalent cations roles, you know about that. So in this case, it will be helpful for that also. Okay. So these are all the important beta carotene, vitamin A also it will be having. So that is why it will be helpful for your eyes. So why I'm not touching still diabetic and cancer? I'll come one by one. Diabetic, you know about that. It is rich in polyphenols. The phytochemical component, it is polyphenols and antioxidants. Definitely, it will be induced to alter your insulin level. Okay, that is why it will be helpful to control your diabetic, right? Today, I want to discuss few new important thing regarding cancer. Everybody is know about that cancer means like a abnormal cell. Okay, abnormal cell or uncontrolled cell, it is called as a cancer cell. Okay, but do you know one thing? Actually, it is a kind of vitamin defect. Okay, do you want after that you have to Google it? Vitamin B17, that it is called as a amygotlin. Okay, that is a name I'll mention here. So because of the particular vitamin defect, the patients are having the cancer. Okay, that is why their ability of, you know about that cell, how the normal cell, it will become a abnormal cells also. That is a major reason. Why I'm explaining these are all the things here in that microgreen session means, do you know one thing? Our apricot, then almond, these are all the good source of vitamin B17. Apart from that, in our microgreen, wheat grass. Do you know wheat grass? It is a kind of microgreen only. It is a very good, excellent source of vitamin B17. That is a amygotlin. Okay. It is nowadays commercially what they are preparing that anti-cancer preventive drug or suppressive drug. No, these are all made up of amyloglobulin only. Okay, that is why I'm giving the pressurization for anti-cancer as a microgreen, not only in the purpose of antioxidant, as well as the particular vitamin B17. I hope you got it. Okay, so you can try. These are all the microgreens health benefits. Now I'm going to the next one because my slide is not moving continuously. So what we need, okay, now we coming for the production part. Okay, now we everybody's agree to go for the cultivation of microgreens, right? So now what are the things we need to cultivate microgreens? It is very simple, nothing you don't want. Okay, simply trays in the sense you don't go for purchasing anything. Okay, normally you have to purchase some kind of fruits. Can you see that? No, some kind of fruits or vegetables nowadays they are in the transparent covers. Okay, that box it is enough, or the packing tray, food packaging tray, that it is not, that it is enough, or in the case of mushroom package trays, okay, that it is enough. We are using day by day regularly in our home, that it is enough. Okay, so then growing medium means we need mud, like soil or tissue paper without mud. Either two things it will be there, with mud or without mud. Either I go with the soil. For example, in my kitchen I want to develop, in my office I want to develop. I can't able to maintaining that soil in my place now. I can go with a without soil option also. Without soil option, it will be there in the tissue papers. You can with the tissue papers you can do water, that is hydroponic, you can do that. Okay, so these are all the growing medias. Then we have to need seeds only have to spend some amount. Okay, if it is not available, for example, I want to cultivate the microgreen of radish, so definitely go and purchase the seed. Okay, already what madam told, that is important. Yeah, definitely we're supposed to be purchase the very good quality of seeds. Apart from that, you will getting the more infections through the microgreen also. That is one of the drawback in the microgreens. Okay, then place. You need some place. One in the window side also it is enough. Okay, in your home, in your kitchen or in your office window, it will be there. The corridor sides is also enough for the cultivations. Any places it is enough. Then you have to need a spray bottle, sprinkle that water, or in your by hand also you have to sprinkle the water. Then scissors, knife for after maturing that microgreens, you have to cut it and separate from the trays. No, for that purposes you need the knife or the scissors. Then time duration, usually maximum seeds it will be developed, give the yield, good yield in that 7 days. Or it will be need for the 2 weeks also, that is 21 days. For example, turnip, these kind of plants, it will be giving the delayed growth. So that time it will be need the little bit 1 week extra, that is 7 days extra, 7. Will go with the step-wise process to calculate and measure the how much amount of seed if you want. How you can calculate? How you can calculate the tray size? You have to calculate your seeds. How many seeds you need? How much amount you need? Then you have to prepare the growing media. Already I'm telling about that media, whether it is a soil, that is a mud, or the tissue paper or water, in which way you have to go with. That means with soil or without soil, simply. Then seedling process. Everything it will be arranged. Then you have to go for the put the seed in that mud. That is a seedling process. Then you have to till water every day. Sprinkle the water. Don't pour the water. These are all the so many do's and don't do's are there. Just sprinkle it the water. And then management, you have to manage for the growth of the microgreen. So the giving your quality. You have to harvest your microgreens. Olden days in our everybody even ginger. They won't under day they are simply they are keep it in under the sand. With the wet conditions, they can develop the ginger. Okay, the same thing for microgreens also they developed only. But nowadays commercially microgreens will be there. How we are using the sprouts, no? Because we are not getting the time to make the sprouts in our home, so we are purchasing. There's no need for the lengthy process. Don't cost effect also. What you have the seeds in your home, you can develop. Methi, it is in your home, right? You can develop it. Ragi, you have in your home, you can develop it. Wheat, you have in your home, you can develop it. Okay, simple place. And trays also you don't want to purchase, it is available. Waste product you can utilize for developing the microgreens, that it is enough. Okay, so in this way you can develop your health as well as nutritious conditions of your body also. Okay, this is about our microgreen. So before going to our demo, I will show few slides of our already what we did the microgreens, that is the radish microgreens. I'm showing. So this is, I hope you see about that radish. So this is a radish seed. This is the first day of that microgreen development. So the second day itself, some sprout, it will be started from that mud. It's a bud top layer. It is a third day. Then fourth and fifth days. Slides is not moving. So this is a final day, that is a day 7. You can able to see the cultivation growth of from the first to 7. This is ready for harvesting. Okay, what we saw, radish, it will be having the very rich amount of nutrients as well as the polyphenols, antioxidant. It is good for diabetic, anti-diabetic activity. It is very good in radish. Okay, so what we cultivate the radish microgreen, it's like that only. It is our cultivation of the radish. Then for today's demo, I'm already prepared for fenugreek. I hope you remember fenugreek, methi. So fenugreek microgreens, I am prepared already. It is ready for harvest. Today I want to show the harvest and I want to show the demo for how to do that microgreens also. So can you see the pictures? So this is a methi. The first day of cultivar, that is the first day what we started the microgreen development. Second day it started to sprouted. It is like radish only, fastly growed, start their growth. And then it is a third day and then fourth day of the development. Then this is a fifth and then sixth day of the development. Then today is the 7th day. I'll go for the cultivation of the fenugreek. Okay, so before that I'll start the demo how to start with that. I hope everybody's remember the steps. As per the steps I'll go for the demo. Okay, now I'm switch on to the demo. Mega, you have to change anyone, you can change the slide also. You can switch on your audio.
Camera, you can focus on your demo, ma'am. Dhanlakshmi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can focus on your demo.
Okay, ma'am. They are coming. Yes.
If someone has joined, no, they can focus with their mobile, with their camera. We can make them spotlight. We can give a spotlight. Ma'am, are you there?
Ma'am, you're muted, ma'am.
And Dhanlakshmi, ma'am, you are mute.
Okay, sorry. I thought they are unmute. Okay, okay, ma'am, I'll do it. Okay. So what we are using this, no, what are the materials we are using for the today's cultivations? It is like a base to trace only. So this is mushroom pack we are using day by day. Then this is a food pack. This is a food containers. What we are using, stick pack, this kind of thing money we are using. So no need for spend any money to purchasing the trays. Okay, trays is ready, right? Now we have to go for soil. Okay, or water, or in the case of tissue paper. Okay, what I told, three types I told. One it is with soil, without soil I told. Okay, with soil already I filled that soil in that one box. If you want, again I am doing that demo for
Ma'am, we
that.
can't see you actually. Your demo we are not able to see. Video also has to be on. Someone can actually, whoever is there with you.
Actually, students are doing through their phone, ma'am. Who's doing Mega? Mega is doing. Mega is doing that video. Please check the Mega's video.
Yeah, no, those who have joined in Zoom, they are not with you, anyone?
No, ma'am. Everybody is joined.
Okay. If Mega can join somebody, or you yourself can turn your camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So this is already what we cultivated. That it is a fenugreek microgreen. It is ready for cultivating. So before start the cultivation, I'm going to the demo for the remaining thing. So the trays are ready. The base trays what we bought. This is a tray. So today we want to plant with that three type of cultivations. One it is with soil, another one it is without soil. Two things. One it is through the tissue paper. Another thing it is through water. That is a hydroponic also. Okay. So now I filled with water in that particular tray. Can you able to see? You can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So in this bottom of the tray, I filled some water. Then I am taking already. I choked the that is seeds already, because this kind of the technique, that is a water or the tissue paper, before going to the processing, we have to choke the seeds. Even we have to go with the mud now, we don't want that. Okay, that is a thing. Another one more category is that based on the seed size, whether it is a big size seed, like a pea or rajma, these kind of dolls, means it is a very big seed. No, so on the time we have to go for the 12 hours, minimum 8 to 12 hours of the choking. Okay, that means it will be easily come out. Okay, that is a thing. Now I'm starting with that hydroponic. Give that. This is it, right? So I'm taking one tray. In this tray, in the back side, I'm making holes. Okay, So in the top cover also they have the holes for the ventilation. So it is like a fruit pie. Now I'm adding few chopped seeds in this cover, that is in this transparent box. Okay, then I'll close it and then I'll keep it for the the tray already they got that water. No, in this tray I'll keep it. Just it's supposed to be touched. It is enough for the waterations. Okay, what is the major thing? Water and then air. It's supposed to be need for the cultivation. That is a germination process. That is, it will be need for the first few days. That's it. It is a hydroponic method. Okay. Then next one it is, I'm going with the tissue paper way of cultivation. This one selected. This one. Another tray I am taking that. So in this tray, I am taking the tissue paper. So I'll take the tissue paper. In this tray, I am placing the tissue paper like that. Okay, can you see? Can you see that, ma? Tissue papers like that. Okay, it is an empty box only. That in the empty box, I'll take that tissue paper. That's it. Then I'll take the spray bottle. I want to wet it the tissues. That's it. Tissue paper also, I am taking the chopped seeds one, because if the soil is there now, we are watering the soil every day. From that also it will be getting the water, but there is no sources, right? We are going with without soil method. Okay, so that is why we need choking before planting that seeds also. So now I am spreading that seeds in that randomly order. It is even. Okay, now I am evenly spreaded that fenugreek seeds. Can you see? Yes. Yes, ma'am. So in this way, I'll put, then I'll close the lid also. It is your wish whether you can close it or not. It is up to that. Okay. Because if you are closed also in that lid, it will be having the holes. Can you see the holes? So through this, it will be getting the ventilations. Okay. So two things, that is without soil method, we did the two type of cultivation. One it is a hydroponic, the other one it is a tissue paper based microgreen cultivations. Okay, that two thing it will be finished. Okay, shall I move to that third one? That is a microgreen based on soil. Okay, so these kind of trays I am choosing for the soil based microgreen productions. So this tray almost, you know that width, no? So 3/4 of that width, because it is already flattened. So 3/4 of the width I am taking that fill the soils. Okay. So what are the things we have to think about that while taking the soils means we have to take the soil in that linear, that is a random manner. Then it's supposed to be equal. Okay, it's supposed to be equal. One place it will be dense, the another place it will be very less dense. Now it will be not suitable for the development, right? So that is why we have to, after adding the soil, we have to tap it like that. Okay, that time it's supposed to be even. Okay, then if you want, already I filled that tray with that soil. If you want, again I am transferring that soil. In this box, yeah, this is a small box. Now I'm transferring the soil to the box, that is a transparent box. Why I'm taking transparent box means after the cultivation of microgreens like that 7 days or 14 days. This transparent box means you can see the roots clearly. It is very beautiful. Okay, roots also. Okay, now I fill that mud, that is a soil with this transparent sheet as well as this tray also. Now I'm going with that. After adding, what I'm doing, I'm tapping it. Okay, I hope you remember our step. First step it is choosing the seed, how much seed you are needing. I'm taking only this much amount of almost small teaspoon of ragi. Okay, this is like 1 tablespoon. It's supposed to become. Okay, this much amount only I am taking the seed. Okay, you can think this is enough for this cultivation or this now. Obviously, you know about that. This is only applicable for the small tray only. Okay, so that is your first step. Okay, second step it is your media. Then you are setting the media as a soil. You added the soil and the tap it. Whether it will be the equal or not, you have to clear with that. Okay, any stones or any dust, it will be there now. You have to remove that also. These are all the process for soil. How to make the set the media. Media is your soil. Then after that, what is the process? What is the next step? Seedling is the next step. Okay, then have to transfer the seed. We have to place the seeds. Can you see? In this way, you have to add the seeds. Okay. It is enough. Too dense means it will be not getting that much growth. Okay, it's supposed to be the correct positions. Then I am having a little bit also. Then I keep it there because it is not enough for this tray. Okay. Why I am doing now? You have to know the calculation also. How much amount of seed you have to need for which quantity of the trays also. Then, so now I'm adding that mud. Then seedling process is also done. What we have to do the next? We have to cover the seedling with that mud. So on that cases, I'm covering the seedling with that mud. Okay, this stage, that is a step, it is very, very important. If you're covered with very thick layer of the mud now, the seedling development, it will be take some time. Okay, it will be very less, very thin layer if you're developing now. It will be very easier to cultivate. Yes, now I'm topping with the mud also. Now you can't able to see that seeds. Yes or no? So after that, we have to spray some water. Spray some water, not pour the water. Is it clear? In case if you are not ready to purchase the spray bottle also, no issues. You have to use with your hands. Okay, from the hands also we have to sprinkle it. That's just enough. Okay. So only the thing it is less amount of water is supposed to be added. Okay. So then we have to cover it also. Why I am telling you have to cover it now? In the top layer you have the holes. This is enough for the ventilation. Okay. When it will be developed, for example, 3 days, it will be having the 3 inches of the plant. It will become. That means on that time you can open the box for further development like that. Is it clear that it is a different way of the cultivation of microgreens? Is it clear? It is easy, no? Yes. So everyone can try in your home. Okay. So if it is good means, if you are well versed in these cultivations means, you will become the business person for the cultivation of microgreens also in future. Because nowadays, in olden days, how it will be started now? Only the garnishing purposes, only they are utilizing the microgreens. But nowadays, for the nutrient purposes, the diabetic purposes, okay, they want to reduce the diabetic, they want to reduce the cancer, they want to prevent the cancer. In this way, they are trying to use. So that is why everybody is trying to make it in their home. It is very easiest. Okay. Another one more thing, don't do's I want to tell. Okay. Do's we know that. Don't do's I want to tell. While adding that soil, that is media, if you are preparing, no, these kind of small stones also is supposed to be avoided, because your seed it will be very less, but it is stone, it is too big, it can't able to fight against that, and then it will not able to come out. That is the reason we have to take very carefully for soil selection also. Which soil selecting you are selecting, which kind of water if you are using, better you go with the drinking water. Okay, if you are cultivating in the home, better you can go with the drinking water. That is a good option. Is it clear? So these are all the things. Another one more important. For example, if you are going with big size seeds, for example, pea seeds you are using, that means you are choosing the media is a soil media. Okay, how to cultivate means we have to give some pressure. Okay, after that is the first step, second step, everything you are completed. After spraying the water, you have to put some weight. Why means because the seed, it is the pea seeds, it is a little bit thick, no? Yes, the seed it will be not completely merged with that soil. Okay, after 2 or 3 days, it will be started to develop the mix. You can remove on the time to the weight box. Okay, some weight support you have to give when you have to go for the big size seedling. Okay, any dolls, cereals, if you are using now, that time you have to go with this. Okay, so these are all the things. Okay, I hope now you are learned 3 types of cultivation of microgreen production. 2 it is a without soil, 1 it is a with soil. Okay, so whenever if you want, you can try with the microgreen cultivation. Is it simple only, no? Yes. Now I'm going through that cultivation process. So this is the already what we did in that. Where is the date? Yeah, can you see? This is a Monday, last Monday, we did that maybe. Okay, so now it is the 7th day, it is ready for the cultivations. Okay, it is little bit dilated only. Oh, why I'm a little bit dilated to that seedling now? It is easy for cultivating. Okay, so we can take the plant like that. Can you able to see that? You can take the plant like that and then hold it just below that 1 inches. Close it. Just below the 1 inches, you have to cut it. Okay. Then same thing, you have to collect like that. Okay, can you see that? How much length I am cutted? Okay, because this it will be having the same also it will be having the nutrient. Okay, see that microgreen only the 2 leaves. Yes or no? So in this way, you have to collect all the cultivated. So this is called as a microgreen cultivation process. In this way, you have to cut in that uniform layer now. It will be easy. It is not wasted also. Okay, in this way, you have to cut it. It is not wasted also. Okay, so I hope everybody is enjoying with the microgreen cultivation. After that, so now you know about that. What is the microgreen production? How to cultivate everything? It is okay. How to store? It is better thing if you are developing in your home. Better you can use within the 2 days. It is good nutrient. As such, press. I want to know that now. You can go with that. Or if you have keep it in the refrigeration. Till 1 week, it's supposed to be in the very good conditions. Okay, when the color is changed, if you keep it the refrigerator also, when the color is changed or the texture of the microgreen, it will be changed. No, that time you don't consume the microgreen, because the microgreen only the advantages it will be the it is having the high pathogen infections like fungi and bacteria also. So it will be toxic to your gut. Okay, so that is why we have to avoid these things. Okay, so many toxic from our vegetables also we are consuming. Okay, H. pylori from our decayed vegetables and then fruit only. It will be the causative agents for your abdomen, stomach cancer, right? So don't stand about that. This is the easy comparatively to that is only the thing, it is maintenance. If you are maintaining good, nothing will happen. That is why I'm telling two dose remaining. One it is a water, another one it is your soil. Okay, one thing. Second thing, after cultivating, where you are maintaining the cultivated product. That is the thing. If you are good in these things, after a few months of the started continuous cultivation, you become an entrepreneur for this microgreen. Okay. So all the students are there, CND, food and nutrition and biochemistry, everybody's are there. So you can become a one big entrepreneur in your future as per your subjects. Okay. So I hope you can, it will be helpful to you people. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
That was a nice demo. Yeah, Meghana?
Any questions?
If there are no questions, we can conclude the session.
So I thank you, management of things and Dr. Anuradha ma'am, principal ma'am, for the giving this helping us to this microgreen cultivations. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Indu ma'am.
Thank you for your wonderful and helpful speech, ma'am. Thank you, one and all.
We'll be informing the next demo. I hope everyone will join. Thank you all. I'll be ending the session, and the feedback will be shared soon. Okay.